Most people think calories control their body composition, but you can eat fewer calories and still lose muscle instead of fat. Over time, that slows your metabolism. As a doctor focused on preventive health, I see this misunderstanding often. In the next few minutes, I'll explain what actually determines whether you lose fat or muscle and how to calculate what your body really needs. Body weight is made of two main components: fat mass and lean mass. Lean mass includes muscle, organs, bone, and water, but when we talk about metabolism, muscle is the key player. Calories determine whether your weight goes up or down. If you consistently eat more calories than you burn, you gain weight. If you eat fewer, you lose weight. But here's the part many people miss. Calories influence the amount of weight you lose. Protein strongly influences what kind of weight you lose. And that difference matters. When you reduce calories without enough protein, your body doesn't just burn stored fat, it also breaks down muscle tissue. Muscle is metabolically active. It requires energy to maintain. So if you lose muscle during a diet, your resting metabolic rate can decrease. That means your body burns fewer calories at rest. Over time, this makes weight regain more likely. Here's an important number. In aggressive calorie restriction without adequate protein, up to 25-35% of weight loss can come from lean mass. That is not ideal. So what does this mean in simple terms? Calories control the number on the scale. Protein helps control the composition of that number. Now, let's talk about how much protein is actually needed. For sedentary adults, the general recommendation is about 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight per day. But this number is designed to prevent deficiency. It is not necessarily optimal for preserving muscle during fat loss or aging. Research suggests that for active individuals, people trying to lose fat, or adults over 40, intake closer to 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram per day better supports muscle maintenance. Let's make this practical. If someone weighs 70 kilograms, at 0.8 grams per kilogram, that equals 56 grams per day. At 1.2 grams per kilogram, that equals 84 grams per day. At 1.6 grams per kilogram, that equals 112 grams per day. That difference is significant. Now, let's address a common concern. Many people worry that higher protein intake damages the kidneys. In individuals with normal kidney function, current evidence does not show harm from protein intake within these recommended ranges. Another misconception is that if calories are equal, body composition outcomes will be the same. They are not. Two individuals can both lose 5 kilograms. One loses primarily fat. The other loses a significant portion of muscle. The calorie deficit may be similar. The protein intake is not, and the long-term metabolic impact can be very different. So how do you apply this information? Step 1. Know your body weight in kilograms. Step 2. Multiply your weight by a reasonable target. If you are moderately active or aiming for fat loss, you might use 1.2 to 1.4 grams per kilogram. If you are over 40, strength training, or in a calorie deficit, 1.4 to 1.6 grams per kilogram may be appropriate. For example, a 75 kilogram adult aiming for fat loss might choose 1.4 grams per kilogram. 75 multiplied by 1.4 equals 105 grams of protein per day. Now, step 3 is just as important. Distribute protein across meals. Your body stimulates muscle protein synthesis more effectively when protein is spread throughout the day. Instead of eating most of your protein at dinner, aim for approximately 25 to 35 grams per meal across 3 meals. That could look like eggs with Greek yogurt at breakfast, lentils with yogurt or tofu at lunch, chicken, fish, or paneer at dinner. The exact food choice matters less than reaching your daily total consistently. So let's summarize clearly. Calories determine whether you gain or lose weight. Protein influences whether that weight change comes primarily from fat or from muscle. And over time, body composition matters more than the number on the scale, because muscle supports strength, metabolism, mobility, and long-term health. Nutrition does not have to be complicated. When you understand the fundamentals, decisions become clearer. If this helps you better understand how protein and calories affect your body composition, consider subscribing for more evidence-based guidance focused on preventive health. Small adjustments, applied consistently, create meaningful long-term results.